Welcome back, boys and girls, to the eastern wing of the Stinkbug Works. Well, I've been seamstressing and seamstressing, and it's starting to look like something. I even have my little bottles. Can you see that it's got a little pirate on a bottle of rum? He even got his little bottle of rum in his cup holders, and I'm going to put gas caps right there and there. Just because one of my viewers mentioned it. One of the things this project took was an airbrush. And on this engine, it's all airbrushed. And I learned a couple of interesting techniques. And one of them was to make, I don't know if you can see it here, but to make the exhaust headers look like they're heat stained. And you have to have an airbrush to use that. So why am I talking about airbrushes? Stand by. Well, as I was digging through my collection of airbrushes, and I use mostly, in fact, I use exclusively Badger airbrushes. I like that they have parts interchangeability, and I have a couple of them. I've got fine tips and broad tips and such. But I came across this when I was searching my stuff. And this is the Aztec A430 airbrush from November 9th, 1999. This thing is almost 25 years old. Anyway, it was made by Testers, and it's a really cool airbrush. The one of the nice things about it is it's really easy to clean. And let's look inside here. Besides looking brand new, I have an extra head on it and a little carrying case. But this is an internal mix, dual action airbrush from Testers. You know, it's got a couple of different size paint bottles and a little, siphon feed cup that you can, when you're just doing a little bit. For painting engines, this is what you need. Just anyhow, I don't use this thing anymore. I have my fleet of Badgers with interchangeable parts. Would any of you people be interested in an antique airbrush? Maybe I could make it a prize for an upcoming challenge. Let me know about this thing. It's too nice to just let sit here, but I'm never going to use it. I'm used to my Badgers, and they all have interchangeable parts. So that's a thought for you guys. So I'm coming up against a stumbling block. And the stumbling block is the seats. How am I going to make the seats? Now, I want them to fill in this space and cover up this slit. So they're going to have to be kind of a high-backed chair. And I'm thinking it'll have kind of like an armrest that'll go down this side. And this side will just butt up against the sidewall, because already the guys are pushed pretty far apart. And if I were to wrap this around, his seat would be really skinny, and only really skinny guys. You'd have to be skin and bones to fit in it, so we're going to have to see about that. One reason I haven't painted my driver is I may have to move his arms, take a heat gun and heat up a portion and move his arms, and it all depends on the final seating. So, I can't help but laugh. Here's this elaborate looking little model boat, and it has 2 electric motors. It has 2 electronic speed controls. It has 2 batteries, and where are they? Where are they? So, there you go, boys and girls. Just some rambling from Dr. Jet, wondering, what am I going to do for that? I'll tell you some of the thinking that has crossed my mind. Maybe you can help me with ideas. I was thinking of perhaps a metal wire frame that I could put this fabric on, and maybe some padding to make it squishy, depending on the size of the metal wire. Or I could make just a real light wood frame and again frame it up with, or cover it rather with fabric and some padding and all. But it's how to attach the fabric. If I were to stitch a joint, it would be huge. So my best option for least intrusive attachments is a glue joint. But to get the glue joint just right, especially, using that contact cement, the secret of the contact cement is let it dry. They tell you 15 to 20 minutes. Yeah, more like 45 minutes to an hour. And then when it touches, boom, it's stuck. Well, I could make like a little wood frame out of there and cover it with this fabric. And again, how am I going to attach the fabric? It's becoming a dilemma. Oh, yeah. I'm going to put carpeting in it. It'll get carpeting. Yellow carpeting. Yellow carpeting to match. In fact, the color is buttercup. As you wish. Until next time, Jet out.